Welcome, Bella. So this is a week of celebration. How do you feel?
Hi, Angelos. I'm so pleased to see you here. And I must be honest, I am nervous.
It makes sense. So let's try to create together something that will make you feel less nervous and more like this is the right place and the right time to start doing the session. What do you think is important for you?
For me at the moment is what's important for me at the moment is to, that would sound banal, but to calm down. And I think I'm in the process while talking to you, it kind of calms me down. And when I look at you, I look only at you right now. It in a way calms me down a little bit. I'm getting into mode of, you know, that I'm gonna work now. I don't know why I say that, but um,
This is exactly what I'm trying to do for myself. So for that, to that extent, I pinned your video. So this it will be just you that I will be looking at. So I can make sure nothing distracts me. Would it be okay for you to start slowly diving into the session? What do you say?
and I did what you just said. I just pinned your video so I can only see you and see it.
I think that's great. So would you like to share with me what would you like to discuss this evening?
Прекрасно. Yes, of course. While you were talking, I was thinking about the reason why I got so nervous, because I was okay, especially after talking to you previously. And what I wanted to talk about is that I want to be seen, and by seeing, I mean in front of the people.
So you said that you want to be seen in front of the people. So I wonder what needs to change for you to achieve that.
Вы сказали, что хотите быть. At first I wanted automatically to say, I don't know. But then a thought came to my mind, and I thought, I need to change the perception of myself. I need to change the perception of myself. Сначала я
Would you like to describe how do you envision yourself experiencing and feeling when you will be finally be able to be seen the way that you want?
хотела. You know, Today one of the masters dropped the phrase. She said, I am not perfect, but I am enough. And the first part of the phrase made me nervous. I noticed that when I heard I'm not perfect, it seemed like it wasn't me who thought that. And the thought was, what do you mean I'm not perfect? How can I exist then if I'm not perfect? How can I do things if I'm not perfect? And I felt that I'm getting anxious, and I thought, interesting reaction to the phrase I'm not perfect. So I think this triggered the anxiety that I had in the beginning. And when I said I wanted to be seen, I thought, wow, this is probably so much interrelated, because if you allow me, I will elaborate on what I mean when I say I want to be seen. Being seen for me is, I have so many things to say. I am very opinionated. Like, I have my own opinion on everything. And and I guess people know that, around me. So when they ask for my opinion, especially in front of other people, I feel like that fainting goat that when she's in the spotlight, or when she's startled and freezes. So I lose myself when I'm asked a question in front of other people, and I can't say anything, or I say something stupid, I think, or insufficient, or everything you can think of. And yeah, Xenia. And I think, and why I decided to talk about this today, because I've been thinking about it a lot. And I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm not moving forward. I'm so scared to make steps in my life, in communication. I think I can do more. I can offer more. And in my professional life, that is also very important for me.
It's time for me to speak. We need to come up.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm hearing that you want to be seen, and you also said that you want to offer more. And you mentioned this phrase that I'm not perfect, but I am enough. So I'm wondering, which way would you like to be seen? As someone who is perfect, or someone who is enough?
That's a very interesting question. I never thought of it that way. I have a question as well. How can I be enough if I'm not perfect? I think it's not possible. I want to be enough because I'm always chasing something. It's never enough for me. And I don't give myself time to enjoy what I have at the moment. So yeah, I cannot be enough if I'm not perfect. Like, there is something missing.
Mm. So you heard something that struck you as important, or perhaps contradictory, like an oxymoron. This is what I'm getting from what you said, because I'm perfect, but I'm enough. And you said, then how can I be enough if I'm not perfect? So I'm wondering if it sounds like, although you gave me an answer, it sounds like somewhere on some level you are still struggling with that. And correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. But if you are, I wonder which part of you is trying to convince who?
Yes, you're absolutely right. And now that I think of how I felt when I heard that, I've been trying to be enough for myself in the first place. So I've been working on that for quite some time. But when I heard that I'm not perfect, so not being perfect and being enough, it feels like they're fighting each other. But the not being perfect part is more aggressive than the part I am enough.
Mm-hmm. So everything you said makes sense to me, and it makes sense. Let me share you which way, because when you said the phrase "you're not perfect" is very strong. Yes, I would say it's strong because it seems like it comes from a judgmental place. You are someone saying to someone, "You are not perfect." It sounds like a judgment. So judgments always have a strong force. But I want to recall a couple of things that you said earlier. So the one was about anxiety. You were feeling anxious because of this thing. And at some point later, you also mentioned that experiencing what you're experiencing does not allow you to feel joy. So I wonder if you like, let's focus on that part. I see that you're smiling, so that's good sign. So let's say, so how would you imagine yourself feeling joy? What will you be doing and feeling? And I stop for the translation, of course.
You saw my wide smile, and that was brilliant what you did. I didn't expect that.
Thanks.
But could you please repeat your question? I don't want to lose it.
Sure. You said something about joy, so I'm wondering, how do you see yourself having joy? What can you envision yourself having joy, and what will you be experiencing what will you do differently?
So the joy is, I think the joy is something that I want no matter what I do or whatever I do, whoever I talk to. What would I do and how would I do it differently? That's a big question. Probably in order to have this joy, I don't want to say have to, but there is no other word that comes to my mind. I will have to see myself differently to be able to enjoy. And that's like, I think, a very important thought or conclusion.
Okay, so I'd like to ask you, if you decide to start doing the things that you want to do and be seen, what do you need most of all?
I want to say to be confident. I want to say to trust myself, but I kind of feel that these words come from my mind. And I'm wondering if there is something deeper than that.
So what does your heart say?
I have a feeling that you see through me. I'll explain why I said that, because I think that I can read people. I think that I have very good intuition. I think that, I'm all about people. But at some point, I got so tired of that. And now when you ask me what your heart thinks, suddenly I understood that it's not true. I'm not listening to my heart at all. There comes trusting myself. There comes listening to myself. Something that I've been struggling for quite some time. And I was wondering why I can't do that. What changed? And now it's amazing. And now I was actually fooling myself.
How?
Fooling myself in terms of I was not even trying to listen to myself. I was here in my thoughts, and now this thought explains a lot. Like I'm overthinking. I'm an overthinker. I reflect a lot to the extent that I tire myself. Like there was one day I remember clearly when I told myself, okay, you know what? Stop reflecting, stop thinking. This is going nowhere, because it felt like I am, running in circles. But when I was reflecting, I thought, wow, I'm such a good person. I am, a deep thinker. I can. So it seems like it's all. I don't want to be harsh on myself right now, because I wanted to say, it seems like it's all a lie. I feel like with this hard concept that you mentioned, I feel like I want to be kinder to myself. I think, and when I say kinder, automatically I feel like there is another level, another layer. There is something more than being kinder to myself. There is something more. There is something more grand that I have this urge discovering.
This is a really great conversation. Thank you so much, Bella. And I get that. I get what you're saying, because to the extent that we have talked, I can understand that you are all for people And the first thing that you brought into the conversation was that you want to be seen. And I get that people are seeing this in you, and you want that to be seen. I wonder, what else do you want them to see from you?
Я переведу ответ. И вот вы хотите быть видимыми, видимы, и что еще?
Did I say all this?
No, I didn't translate Bella's reply before you asked the question.
Okay.
If you want to repeat the question, please.
I repeat the question. We say whatever we say in coaching, it stays in the moment. No, something like that. Because I'm. Yeah.
If you want, I can remind you a little bit. I was talking about when I said I want to be kinder to myself, but there is another layer that I would like to. Seems like there's another layer that I would like to discover, and that is important probably for me.
Yeah. So this is the question that I started saying was, what else do you want for people to see in you? Because you mentioned about the connection with the heart, and I was and all that. So, which other part of you would you like them to see?
И вопрос, что еще вы хотите?
You know, there was a project that I'm in right now, and I was supposed to approach some people and offer what I can offer, and I got a few rejections, and that, I wouldn't say destroyed me. No, it didn't, but that made me think and ask myself a question: why? What did I do wrong? What am I doing wrong? So when you ask me, what else do you want? What else do you want people to see? And that's a powerful question for me, because I didn't think about that, considering that I'm a reflection freak. What else do I want people to see? I want them to see and trust that I can do it, that I am strong enough to do it. Because the phrase was, they will not listen to you. When I got the rejection, they told me they will not listen to you. And so I want them to see that I can do it. I want them to see that they can listen to me. But then at the same time, can I make anybody listen to me? No. I can't. I can't. So another question to myself would be, okay, then what can I do? And the answer would be believe in myself, listen to my heart, I am enough. When I said I am enough, immediately I thought, okay, I am enough for the time being. It's not limited. It can still expand. It's kind of, I was reassuring myself that this is not the end. This is not the level of enoughness, shall I say. There are more levels of being enough. Oh my God. Wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
So I hear you saying all this great stuff, and I feel that you're acquiring strengths and power. I also feel empowered with you. So,
Thank you.
and I recall earlier you said that what you want to do here, what we want to do here today, is to change the perception. So I'm wondering whether we're going in the right direction with what we're saying so far, or do we need to add anything to it?
Я слушаю вот это все. Я чувствую вас.
Very interesting. When you asked that question, I immediately wanted to say yes. Yes. Perception. My perception is to know that I'm enough. I'm enough for the time being, or for the situation that I'm in, or this period of life, whatever it can be, right? And then I remembered how I felt when I heard I'm not perfect, but I'm enough. So that I am enough part. Now I understand why it was at ease. And I'm not perfect was all, it felt like it's a warrior with a sword out. And now there is only this I am enough with the levels that is left. And this part of I am not perfect, it hasn't transformed. It just died down. It just it didn't go away, but it died down, and it feels like in my body that it is going away, but so slowly that I cannot. I mean, now I'm talking and I'm thinking, are you crazy? As if it's not gonna escape. It's not gonna disappear. I mean, painfully, like there is something missing from myself, but it's dying down, and it eventually will disappear the way that I will not even notice. And this thought is actually, now I am so surprised that I am saying these words. It feels like, really?
Really? Good one.
Apparently. And while Ksenia was translating, I had another, I think, brilliant thought. Is that, nowadays I hear from everywhere that take what's there. Just be satisfied. And I didn't like that. I was forcing myself that I need to be satisfied with what I have. I didn't, because I didn't accept that. I tried to. I tried to force myself. Now I understand that even with me being a control freak, even with my traits that are a bit annoying, maybe not a bit, but I don't know, I'm not the judge of it. When I want to do something the way I think it should be done, and maybe perfect, maybe not, and I feel like, yes, I can still do that, but I wouldn't feel disappointed. I wouldn't feel guilty that I'm imposing something on other people. I will still do the way I think it should be, maybe perfect, or I will strive to make it the best way possible, and I will not feel guilty that I'm neurotic, that people will think, oh, come on, just drop it. Enough already. I think this realization is giving me thought that I can do things better. I will strive to do things better, and I can improve. And this is actually my strength, that I want to do things in a better way. There's nothing wrong in wanting to be a good professional or wanting to be a better human being. I'm not neurotic. This is the best way possible for me. I don't want half measures. You understand what I mean, right? And this is brilliant. I've been struggling with this for a very long time, and I've been carrying that guilt for a long time, and accusing myself of being neurotic, being control freak, being perfectionist, and all those things. And I try to change it, but now I know that I don't have to change it. I can use it as my strong side, as my strong trait. And more importantly, I will do it with love and care.
With love and care.
And in that case, I will not hurt other people, which seems like it's important.
Awesome. I'm so glad we're having this conversation.
Well, I'm on cloud 9. You wouldn't believe.
This is wonderful. So I want to say something, but I want to allow Xenia for the translation part. From one control freak to another, I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I feel like we're for the days that will come, you will be waving goodbye to this old perception, because, and I think that it makes sense to be respectful, because it's a part of you. It's changing is comes with a process. So old habits or old perceptions, in our case, are about to die down, as you said. So how will you make sure that you're waving goodbye the proper way, that you are saying farewell to this old perception?
I kind of did. When Xenia was translating, I was thinking of experiencing again one more time what I said, and it was like thinking in me that I had some tears, and I was thinking, am I sad? What's happening? And when you said now that, it was time you were waving goodbye, I had in my mind, I said, oh, those were tears when you say goodbye to something and you know that, and you don't have this feeling of regret or, oh my God, the way I talk right now, without any regret. And yeah, it's like, when a parent is letting go the grown child into life. So no regrets. And I was thinking like, I want to be a whole person. Now, I have this feeling, not 100%, but I feel like I'm on the right track.
It does. You do well.
And that's thanks to you. And I'm so blessed that I had this opportunity to do this in your presence, with your help. And I'm thankful to, universe, Georgi, many people actually. I want, I don't want to take up the time, but yeah.
I think this is happening because of who you are. And I want to thank you for this because you are so open and so authentic in who you are and what you're doing. So thank you very much. Is there anything else that you would like to say or do before we close the session?
No, I will listen to you or to, Xenia and enjoy what I feel right now.
Thank you very much, Bella. Thank you very much.